Yeah, sorry guys. There we go. Okay, hi and welcome to
What do you want? The joys of life.
Welcome to Tuesday's Cardio and Core, live from our kitchen
What do you want?
in our house where our children just need fed sometimes, so apologies for that. We're going to do our usual cardio and core session, and just give yourselves about 30 seconds now, get a drink, open some windows, get yourself ready, get your mat laid out on the floor behind you, and we'll get started into our warm-up. Yeah, no trouble. Right. Bye-bye.
So, a couple of new movements for some of the beginners here today. We've got low lateral shuffle. It was similar to what we did last week, and we're going to stay that. Camera was really low. I'll come way back.
That's alright, I was going to leave it there. Squat, squat.
So, your head is in that, sitting back there. Low lateral shuffle. We're going to do a frog sit up, a squat touch, hollow body hold, jump forward, jog back. She's done that way. She likes that one. Plank with the shoulder tap, power stride. I'll actually change that because we did that yesterday.
Yeah.
We will do something else there instead, and then your dead bug. Okay?
That's okay.
So whenever you're ready.
Okay, are we ready to start? Windows open, water in hand.
Let me sit here because my head is not going to be on this camera if I stand up.
That's okay. Right, bring it onto the toes.
See?
Let's warm up. I'm going to put it back up again then.
It's
What's the problem?
It's not a problem.
My
Like you said.
lighten the toes, let's jog it out and get warmed up.
What did she say?
Don't start me off again.
It's like an Irish insult or something. It was like a wang.
And you're jumping jacks. Ignore my husband. Again, if you're a beginner and the lateral movement is too much, step here, side to side like that, and there's less impact, or this way. That's a great move for any kind of modification if you need to. Stop looking at me. Forward and back.
You're doing the work.
Move the hands as well if you wish. Back to jacks. You are freaking me out. Go away.
Sorry. Sure.
Hercules, Hercules.
Come on. Can't stand up. I'm moving this camera up. Because
Stay free and then bring it back to a jog on the spot.
that is so low.
It's better.
It
I
is.
don't know why you moved it in the first place. Speed it up.
Come on, speed up.
Right. Big circles with the hands going forward. Deep breaths and change direction. Click, 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 click. Arms out to the side. 3 of these. Let's go diagonal with them. 3 each side. Take your time. Don't throw the arms here. Everything's controlled. And plant the feet, soften the knees, and you're going to rotate the pelvis one direction. Again, nice deep breaths. Change sides. And relax. You're going to bring it down into a squat. And then you're going to push the bum up into the air to stretch the back of the legs. Alright there. Let's go again. Take your time with this move. And so try now and get the bum a little bit closer to the floor here. Second time round. Hands on the floor again, carefully. Push the bum up into the air. So the back of the legs are really feeling this. And let's go one more time. Nice and low. And push back up last time. From there, go down into your plank position. Hands on the floor below the shoulders. Pelvis is tucked. Hand and foot come together. Now, if you're not able to get the foot the whole way up, to here is fine. Okay? So just 3 each side. One more. onto your side. Bottom leg straight, top leg up, out and out. Hands in front of you, and you're going to rotate the top hand back, opening up that chest, turning it towards the ceiling, and you're doing 6 each side. Keep deep breathing here. Last one. And then you can just turn it over. Right. 6 on the other side. Mind the shoulders here and mind the upper back. And now you're going over onto your back, and you can do 12 of the glute bridges, same as what we were doing yesterday, where you push up with the pelvis and then roll back down. Or if you want to advance it, do 6 each side with the foot on the knee. 6 each side. And again, carefully switching it over. Two more. And when you're done with that, roll yourself up and get ready to stretch, or get ready to exercise before I stretch. Cardio and core now coming up. Grab a drink. Where's my water go? There. She left my pint of water. Sorry.
Everybody just got this, it's a pint of water. So it is.
What is?
Pint of water. You couldn't find us, everybody just got this, it's a pint of water.
Okay, so we're going from cardio to core. Most of you kind of are used to these sessions by now. It's going to be a much shorter session today. If you want to do a more intensive or a longer workout, feel free to stop after the second round, rewind back and do the second round a third time if you wish. But to be honest, if you're doing the longer workouts, whether it's on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, this is short enough. Yeah. This is long enough even for you to do. So where are we going? What are we starting with? Come on.
Low lateral shuffle.
Show me what you mean by low lateral shuffle.
That there, same side, and the touchdown.
Okay, so here again, push the bum back. You're not crouching down, your chest isn't to the floor. You're kind of in a seated squat here to start. Now you can do this just standing in an ordinary lateral shuffle too, which I'll show both. So we're going to start, you ready to go? 3, 2, 1, go. So we're just nice and low, and you can touch the floor.
Yeah. Obviously, advanced, you know what you're doing. You can just push that out faster, stay higher and sort of duck down lower as you're doing it. And then down onto the floor from there. Complete beginners, if balance is an issue, you just walk it like a side step. If that feels awkward, you can put the foot behind into more of like a lateral movement. And then touch, and then foot behind, and then touch.
So again, I'm doing 4 or 5 different things here.
Yeah. So
whichever one you're doing, stick to it. If you're low, stay low. You'll feel the quads burning really quickly here.
5 seconds. And 10. Good. On the floor into a frog sit-up. You get these? So if this doesn't suit for a beginner, you can do a basic sit-up with just the hands on the knees. The frog sit-up, soles of the feet together, your knees are open out, and you're aiming for a low crunch to either your toes, where your shoulders just roll up, or you come all the way up. So you can stay low, just do a low crunch, point the hands low, and then just crunch up slow, and back down. Or full frog sit-up, you're coming on up to those toes, touch, and back down. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So pick one that suits, either a low crunch, or you're coming up and touching the toes. Try not to use momentum whenever we're doing this, guys. So you're trying to up and then control.
So the core is doing all the work.
The core is still controlling you up. If you can't get up this height, remember what we said? You go low. You find the one that suits you.
Now, if your feet are lifting,
yes,
as you come to this one, so watch this. If I come to here and do this, my back's not strong enough, and my core is not strong enough.
Extend your legs.
So extend it out.
And then usually people can get past that hip to get up.
Or you can come up here to the again.
Last 10 seconds.
So again, we have 47 different versions of it here.
Yes. 5 seconds. Time. And bring it back up. You're doing a squat touch. So you can walk this up and down into your squat position. So open out, touch the floor, back in, open out, or you can just
hop squat.
Hop squat or squat touch where you actually don't bring the feet together.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. See the
squat. What touch?
Touch the floor.
And sorry, down and up.
Back up. So you've got this here for basic, down and up, touch the floor each time, squat down into it,
as you go.
changing hands, or advanced, you add in that jump. Down in, back up, and back up, and down in, from there. So high or low impact. If high impact does not suit because of knees or ankles, then you go back into that low impact and you just do that again. Just touch the floor, back up. But again, she's bending her knees. Try not to just lean forward and hit the floor and then lean forward from your back. You're not using your legs.
Yeah, you're sitting back down onto it.
It's
And you don't have to touch the floor.
as long as you
can.
make the movement.
Good. But as long as you're going below
5 seconds.
the knee, you're still working it. Keep the chest tall.
And
Don't
time.
do this.
Nope.
Okay?
Time on the floor. Hollow body hold.
Right. So again, we're going to start this move here. Flat back, legs up, hands up. Okay? Hands go to here, and then you basically
Lift your
look
shoulders.
through your legs and start at this position. See then how low your legs can go before your back arches. Okay? And you can bend the knees slightly too.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Hold it.
So beginners, you're here.
Just
You're
bend your
looking-
knees a wee bit more.
Yeah.
There.
You're looking through the floor or
Keep
through to
the-
the wall.
Keep the feet and knees together as well, give you more stability as you're doing this here. So squeeze them together and then hold. And then from there, all you need to do is start extending your legs. If you extend the legs and your back automatically arches off the floor, then your core isn't strong enough to do that movement. Your back's kicking over. So pull it back into the point where you can control that lower back in the floor. 15 seconds. Okay?
Yeah.
And again, you're trying to keep the shoulder blades slightly up, chin forward. If that doesn't suit and that there is really killing you, put your head and shoulders on the mat and then just keep your feet back into this position here and just extend the legs very slightly until you find the core kick in. And time. Good. We're bringing that up. We are into jump forward, jump back. Get some of that aggression you have in you there, bring it out. Come on. 3, 2, 1.
Jump. And shuffle back, okay?
Yeah.
Jump. I hope so you can even do another jump there.
That's because you're jumping off one leg rather than two. If that doesn't, no, don't do that. If that doesn't suit, then you jog forward, jog back, or walk forward, walk back.
Hold and shuffle back.
Yeah. So, and if backward movements feels as if you're going to fall over, then just jog on the spot. Jump both feet together. Not both feet. No, don't. There you go.
Now on the backward jump as well,
5 seconds.
you can step it
Yeah.
because sometimes depending on the floor you're on.
Or coordination. And time. Good. So we're into a plank and shoulder tap. So push up position. You can do it off the feet or knees. Just you're touching one shoulder, touching the other shoulder. You're trying to keep your hips solid. Was that your knee?
That was my kneecap.
Oh my god.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. So everything's tight. Pelvis is tucked. Glute squeeze like a plank. And then raise, just going to change hands shoulder to shoulder from here. Or advance, just straighten the legs. And again, we're trying to minimize the movement through the hips.
There we go.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So we'll start with this advanced one. Go here. Make the legs wide. And as you lift the hand up off the floor, you're balancing with your core.
Yes.
Your core is engaged.
This is in your plank, and you're trying to minimize this. You're not trying to look for a big rotation through the hip because you're losing the core in the plank
And
whenever
that's too
you do
much.
this.
Do it from here and
Yeah.
tuck the pelvis. But if you're here
Don't be here
doing this, I don't know what that is.
because you can lift the hands up. You can hold yourself up without your hands,
So you're
So,
transferring your
lean
weight from
forward.
one to the other.
and then glute squeeze, core tight.
10
Last time.
seconds to go. Come on. Find a wee rhythm. And make sure to take that second to transfer the weight. There's no jumping in this. You're not in a race. There's no speed.
Yeah.
Control, down, stop. Control, down, stop.
Time. Bring it back up.
Because the stop is where you safely transfer the weight to avoid yourself being injured.
We'll do a sprint spot.
Come on.
3, 2, 1, go.
I hate this in this room.
So you've either got to sprint on the spot, or you can jog on the spot, just nice and light, or you can just walk on the spot. It depends on your fitness levels, but we're trying to bring you up and keep that moving. And then the last 10 seconds, all we're going to do is push that out as fast as you can.
Make sure the hands
Halfway.
are close to your sides.
Yeah.
You often see people running like this, and that's a whole pile of extra energy that you do not need to be burning because it's
Nope.
absolutely, it's the perfect to what you're doing.
10, let's
Speed it
go.
up.
Speed it up.
Keep the elbows in tight.
Nice and light. Come on, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. And we have got dead bug to finish.
Or as I like to call it, upturned turtle.
So similar to the hollow body hold, you're getting into this position, 90-degree position. All you're doing is pushing through your heel, pull your heel back in, push through, pull your knee back in.
If you're a real beginner, sorry, you can go up towards the ceiling
yes,
and back.
if you feel the back, you don't need to extend low. If you want to advance it, I wouldn't do that one yet. Just lift your shoulders off the floor. and then do the same thing because it engages the core that little bit more. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
So again, start off to find your place. Go with the heels towards the ceiling. If that's easy, go then towards the top of the wall. Again, if you're able to do that without your back arching, go low.
Yeah, go towards the skirting board. You know what I mean? You're working your way down in the angles to see where's the right position for your back. Low isn't always the right position if it causes your lower back to arch off the floor. So you can do here, go medium, go there, and then aim low if you're able to support. If you're not able to support,
last 10
back
seconds.
up.
And again, you're pushing through the heel, not
Yes,
your
through that heel, straight leg, solid, and pull that back in.
And squeeze
And
the bottom.
time. Good. Grab a drink. Still the skies, there's a pint of water.
So always work from the heels, guys. I know even myself, as an Irish dancer my whole life, I found that I always pointed the toes in these exercises, and it wasn't until I started to work with the heel that I realised the difference that it causes to your core.
You don't run.
And
You're always working on the offbeat whenever we're doing stuff.
sorry, dancers dance in the offbeat.
Yes.
We don't dance on the beat.
But on this type of thing here, we work to the beat. So whenever we used to do stuff, Maria used to be kind of like,
You're
wait,
the wrong
wait,
beat.
wait, you're in the wrong beat. I was like, I'm not. There's the
Anybody
beat.
who's a dancer will understand exactly what I mean and where I'm coming from. And at the end of the day, as long as you're in a rhythm, it's fine. So, but work with the heels rather than pointing the toes. Okay? Ready to go again?
Yes, whenever you're ready. 5 seconds. So we are going to start again with that low lateral shuffle. So Maria's going to do the full movement this time. Staying high, touching the floor at the bottom. Staying high, touch the floor at the bottom. 3, 2, 1, and go. So over to the side, down to the floor, up, over to the side, down to the floor, and up. And then you just keep that moving. And again, you can walk this. It doesn't have to be fast. You can step it side to side. Down. Don't need to go to the floor either if it doesn't
Just to the
suit.
knee. Touch the knee down.
But again, guys, it's what suits you. If lateral movements and your coordination is not there for this, then just do a jogging spot, do a jumping jack, do a power stride, do something else that's just keeping you moving.
And again, keep that chest as
Last
tall
10
as
seconds.
possible
Keep
here.
it going.
You don't want your chest going to the floor
Yeah.
here.
You're
You
squatting.
want
Squat,
face
squat,
the
squat,
wall
squat, squat.
in front of you. Squat down.
3, 2, 1, time. Down into your frog sit up. So again, soles of the feet together, open the knees out, and then you're going low crunch or you're coming up high to the toes.
Straighten the back before you do anything. So if you're sitting here like this, make sure that you straighten the back. Watch me. Bring it up tall.
When you're ready,
Okay, go back.
and let's go. Nice control, core solid, keep it moving, flex it through.
So the reason that your body is coming up is because your core is contracting to
Yes.
that point.
Your core is lifting you off the floor.
And then if it's too much, go to where your core gets tight.
Yeah,
And back.
back down.
Hold. That's just as effective.
Small movement. If that really doesn't suit, go back into the sit-up, hands on the thighs, just slide up to the top. 15 seconds.
Let's maybe count it.
Last 10 seconds.
But do not throw yourself into this move. And time.
Good. Bring it up. We are into your squat touch. Stepping it or jumping it whenever you're ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
So squat and up. You hear me talking about the camera on your chest.
Yeah.
If there's a camera on your chest and you squat down and the camera's facing the floor, you're in the wrong position. When you're able to still film what's in front of you, that means your chest's in the right position.
It also means that you will be bending the knees if you can get to the floor, so you'll be squatting it rather than leaning forward. And then advanced again, you're up into that tight position. Touching. 15 seconds. Last 10 seconds.
And keep going.
Time.
And time.
Whole body hold. So find a position that suits you from the last round. You can keep the head and shoulders down if it does not suit to have them up because of maybe neck issues or it's just too difficult. So you can just hold that up and then just stay there and just hold that position. So you just extend the legs very slightly till you feel the core kick in. And everyone else, shoulders up and find the position. 3, 2, 1, up. So from there, point the hands, chin tucked. And again, the position here for Maria might be here. If she gets slightly stronger, she gets there. You don't need to go lower. Quite often it's just after, it's about straightening the legs. to there, and that can create enough tension on that core.
So straight away you might find as well you start to shake. If I'm here
Yeah.
now, I'm going to shake. Everything's shaking.
And that's fine if it's shaking through here, as long as this is still on the floor. You can have finger distance
My back is
on
flat,
that lower back, but it shouldn't be any more than that.
Last 10. Come on, you stay up.
Yep, stay up, hold
Cover
that
yourself
position.
here now.
If it starts to get difficult, don't drop out of it, pull your knees closer to your chest.
Just like this.
Just reduce the tension.
3, 2, and
Now,
time.
we are into jump and jog back. You're right there.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Good. Jog back. Up.
Again, that's the Irish dancer. I
Yeah.
automatically
You're
go.
always leading with the leg. Come on, Ted.
Graham Norton there himself.
Yes. Come on. Keep it going.
Land soft in those knees. Watch me again. If you land like that, you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, don't land heavy. Sink into your hips and only jump as far as you're able to so that you don't slip or fall. Last 10 seconds.
Last one. And time.
Good. We are down into our plank shoulder tap. In that push-up position, change sides, do it off the feet or knees. You ready?
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
You alright? You alright?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, up we go. Core tight.
Hands are directly below your shoulders here.
Yeah, if it's in front of the face, your hips are naturally going to hike up and you're making it more difficult on yourself because you're trying to hold in the extended position, which is more difficult than holding from a solid position right under here.
And I'm also going to suggest count 1, 2, 3. Watch me here. So here, you're going 1, 2, 3 is the transfer of weight. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do you see what I mean? There's 2 movements.
Yeah, 10
but
seconds.
It's 3.
And you can slow that down for yourself. You can do a slower
Going
count.
off your knees,
Really
to the
good.
pelvis.
5 seconds.
1, 2, hold. 1, 2, 3. Don't forget the 3. If you forget the 3, you're going to rock. Stretch your back if that's hurting the shoulders. And up.
Front and spot. 3,
Ready to go?
2, 1.
Come on.
Let's go.
Nice and light to start.
Second last exercise, guys. Pick it up.
Just one more.
Listen. So we're building up the speed towards that last 10, and last 10 we're going to push that out.
And again, keep the arms in. Let the arms do what they do naturally here. Don't think about the arms.
Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up.
Start now to get the knees a little bit
15
higher.
seconds, whenever you're ready.
Bring the knees up if you can. Ready to go?
Last 10.
Let's go.
Come on. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Push it out, push it out, push it out. 5 seconds. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And time. Dead bug to finish. So again, similar to the hollow body hold position at the start, and then instead of just extending the legs, we're pushing through that heel, pulling in, pushing through the heel, pulling in. Shoulders can be up as well to engage the core if you want. 3, 2, 1, last one, let's go. So the position of the leg doesn't have to go low to the floor. The position of the leg is determined by the strength of your core and your lower back. With this movement, people tend to be able to go a bit lower because the bent knee is supporting that lower back as the other leg extends. But if it doesn't, and you feel like it's arching or it's pulling, then slow it down. Also, we don't want this. Both legs shouldn't be doing this. That isn't the purpose of this exercise. The purpose is the top knee supports the lower back as the other leg extends and pulls through the core, pulls back in, and then you transfer the weight to get the other side. If you're doing this here, then
3,
you're not really getting that
2,
forward.
time. And you have that invisible 3 here as well.
Yes,
Watch again.
good.
Look. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that can just, what you just said there will stop you
Yes.
rocking because you're transferring the weight safely. It's all about safety, guys.
Grab it, right? That's you. We'll stretch it out after this. You okay?
Yeah.
Bar?
Roasting. I feel good after that. So as always, questions in the comments, guys. Or comments in the comments, whichever you wish.
Yes.
So even though you've stopped now, you've had a drink, walk it out. Go side to side.
You going to stretch on the floor?
I want to do both, yeah. You're going, whatever wee movement you want. We've got music on. Dance away. If you want to just walk around in circles, do that too. Just make sure you get nice deep breaths and you're getting your heart rate back down. What?
You know,
Heart
when
rate is
somebody's talking, usually you watch the person who's talking, like, so when you're talking, you can't turn around to the person that's watching
I'm
you and listening
confused,
to you
you
and
see,
go,
because he's actually listening to me, and I'm not used to that. I'm only joking. Okay, come on and stretch with me, darling.
No.
Let's do this again.
no,
No?
I'm staying here.
Okay.
I'm fine here.
You're fine now. You're
Yeah.
fine, are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Deep breaths. Big circles with the arms. Change direction. You're so mean. And let's just do the same movements that we did at the start. Out 3 times. Just to stretch out the arms, especially after that plank movement where our shoulders are probably a little bit tight and small. And then make it nice and big movements now. Well done. Bring it down onto your mat. So we're going to lie on our back. Much the same as the usual workout, or that's what we call it, cool down. Just bump my head on the floor.
That's it,
Feet and knees, bring them in, hold them tight.
If you grab with the hands and you feel like it's not giving you a good enough stretch, if you reach up and actually grab with your forearms around them knees,
Yeah.
and then hug back.
Now, we
Just
can rock side to side slightly,
Yeah.
and that allows the floor just to roll out the back a little bit.
Same thing whenever you go to extend the leg now. If you normally extend the leg and you're grabbing with the hands and it doesn't feel like you're getting a stretch, reach up and grab now with your forearms. So hug your elbow round and then pull that in and lie it back now. And it actually gives you that last wee bit of that pull. And you can pull the knee slightly outside to the shoulder if you want and pull on up then to give you a wee bit more.
Right,
Just
back to
different ways
centre.
to do it.
Hold this again, and again you can push that heel to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to go flat here.
Doesn't go flat if it doesn't.
Heel to the ceiling, heel to the top of the wall,
Yeah.
or if you have the core strength, heel straight out and squeeze it.
The good thing about going flat when you do this is you're getting the pull in the hip flexor as well as the
Yeah.
opposite glute.
Both feet on the floor, ankle onto the knee. You can either push here and sit up, or you can reach through and pull it back and then push that heel up towards the ceiling.
Yes.
Again, hold it until you feel the stretch. Carefully coming out of this movement, switching over again. Do that if you wish. Or, and here at this point if you want to progress it, but push that knee as well.
Hey.
Wee bit like, and down. Bring it onto your side or your front. Do one on my side and one on my front. So again, pulling that leg up, putting the knees back together, and even when I'm in this position, I want a straight line from my toe to my shoulder, so I'm pushing that pelvis forward and squeezing the bum. Bring the heels into the bum if you can. And then you're going to go over onto your other side, or onto your front, and hold. And what we said last day again, push that pelvis into the floor to deepen the stretch into the quad. And down, hands below the shoulders. Push up on the hands and just glance at the wall in front of you. So there's no jerking movement here. You're not pushing the head up and hurting your back. It's just a stretch. And you should feel that in the abdomen. Bring the bum back onto the heels. Nice deep stretch into the shoulders. Bring it back up into your plank. Hold it here. And then you're going to push the bum up into the air and push the heels back. And from there, use the hands and walk back up to standing. Legs, take a step back, nice big step back, lower down, tuck the pelvis and hold. Deep breaths. Carefully come up out of that. Other leg, step back, lunge down, tuck that pelvis and hold. And bring that back up. Push the hands out in front, up above, hold that core tight, and around the back, stretch and roll the shoulders back. And that's that. That's your Tuesday cardio on core.
Stuff.
I'll be back on tonight from the gym to do strong nations. So I know a few of you watched it last week and then joined in on Thursday.
Yes.
And you're feeling, anytime if you want to watch it before, you don't have to join in the first time, watch it and see what we do and then join in as you get confident and you get any questions, drop them in the comments. Anything else to add now, husband of mine?
No.